Hello everyone and welcome to Cherub Teaching Center. And today I'm going to make you learn something very creative and interesting. So this is the third episode for Windows Paint 3D. Please ensure that viewers who are watching my channel, please watch the previous videos of Windows Paint 3D to learn the other aspects of it. Because today I'm going to train you on in creating a flowchart or a cycle with the help of the Windows Paint 3D. Flowchart and cycles, or even in case if I'm using a diagrammatic representation, we use it at all the levels, whether it's a student life, whether it's a teacher's or a trainer's life. Even in case if I talk about the corporate sector as well, we use these things for multiple things. But today when I'm going to train you on creating a flowchart or a cycle, I'm going to use a touch of 3D in it, and that's what we are going to learn today. And we are going to use Windows Paint 3D in order to accomplish our goal of creating a flowchart and cycle today. Okay, so before I proceed ahead and start you training on this particular tool altogether, so my name is Poonam and I'm a Microsoft certified educator. So let me just quickly take you through the tool, people. And as I've already said that for this today we are going to use Windows Paint 3D. You all can access Windows Paint 3D, which is automatically by default available in Windows 10 computers altogether. Alright, and you simply have to type in the search bar Paint 3D, and this is the tool which I'm accessing right now. Once you will be clicking on this app, people, this is what would be open in front of you. But I've already, that is made a picture over here which I'm going to make you train on that. So how exactly you people are going to use this tool in making or creating a flowchart or a diagram is, as you all can see, that what thing I have chosen today is that this is the life cycle of a butterfly that I'm going to, so I'm going to train you on making a cyclic representation today. But yes, obviously I'm going to include a touch of 3D in it, and that's how I'm going to train you today. And then you people can further use these, use this tool in making other flowchart or diagram which you people have been creating previously. But yes, obviously you can use this 3D touch in order to give a better visual appeal to it. Okay, so people, this is a diagram so that I've drawn in front of you, and this is a cyclic representation altogether. And you all know this thing, for a cyclic representation we will be denoting it with the help of an arrows altogether, which obviously we are going to do it. But before that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert my picture of this. So this is a 2D picture, people. I've pasted this 2D picture on this Windows Paint 3D tool, and now what I'm going to do is this picture I'm going to convert it into 3D, and then I will let you know how you people can involve this things today. Now for making the flow chart or a diagrammatic representation, even in case if I talk about the cyclic diagram, you people need various shapes. So you can access to the 2D shapes over here, people, where it is mentioned in this tool 2D shape. You can click over here, and these are the multiple options that you people will be seeing over here. But before that, I will be converting this, this 2D picture of mine into a 3D first, so that it comes up in a better visual appeal, and then I will start over. So again, that is as I've already trained you in my previous video, how we people can convert these images into the 2D images is, you people just go ahead and please watch this very carefully. So I'm going to use this magic select tool. I need to click on magic select. So first and foremost, I will be converting all these 4 individual pictures which are given over here into the 3D image. So I will be moving ahead one by one. So first of all, I need this caterpillar, let's say. So I will go ahead, I will select this caterpillar, alright, and okay, let's say this ways. So once I've selected this caterpillar, then you have to click on this next option, people. Now the moment you click on next, you can see that automatically my caterpillar is highlighted. Can you see this blue outlining? So this means that this particular image of mine is automatically highlighted. Okay, and my image is done. I don't have to add or remove any section, because automatically by default my image is selected. But in any case, if your image is not selected accurately, you can always refine your cut. You can add those part of the images. You can click on add, and then you can sketch out what all things you needed. And in case if you want to remove certain segment, you can click on this eraser over here, and then you can select on the areas that you would like to remove it. And the beauty of the magic select is, as I've already informed you, you last time that it automatically auto fills the background. Okay, so I don't have to do anything. So I will be going ahead and I will be clicking on done. Okay, right. So once I've clicked on done, so this is the 3D image which has been already created. So one by one I'm going to use it, people. So then I also want this butterfly image also. I will go on to the magic select option once again. Okay, alright, and then now I need a butterfly over here, this butterfly of mine. Okay, so you can go ahead and you can select the butterfly, people, and then I will go ahead and click on next. The moment I click on next, you can see automatically my butterfly is selected. Okay, and I can click on done. Alright, so this is also done. Now I need another image of mine, these leaves also to be, to be represented in a 3D image. So I would go ahead, click on the magic select. So now you people can automatically see that my background is automatically filled. Okay, so I can go ahead, I need this leaf also now. So this is my larval stage. Okay, alright, I can go ahead, select this leaf, and then I will go ahead and click on next. My leaf is automatically selected. Okay, and then I will click on done. Alright, so this is also done now, and then I need the final image, which is this wooden thing. So what I will do is I will go on the magic select option, I would go over here, and then I would adjust my image because I need this portion only, okay, to be coming in my final draft. I will go ahead, I will select the image this ways. I will go ahead, click on next. Once I've selected next, it has automatically highlighted my image. I will click on done, and now this image is also selected into the 2D image altogether. Okay, now I would like to convert all my diagrammatic representation into a 3D view, people. So this is what I'm going to do now. Just have a look. So this is my 3D view. Let me just minimize it. Okay, but before I actually go ahead and create this into a 3D view, I will be doing this in this manner. Okay, because this is how I need it actually. So finally, when this image should be coming is, I want, see, okay, I need this thing to be a little bit of tilted. Okay, so I will be pressing on this particular icon, right, and I need this image to be little bit fixed. Let me just rotate it this way so it comes erect, and then I will be going ahead, I will be again, so you have to left click on the mouse and then you people have to do it. So again, this image, again left click on the mouse and rotate this leaf a little bit. Similarly, this image, left click on the mouse and do this, rotate this thing a little bit more. Okay, now the final thing that I'm going to do is, okay, alright, so this is the 3D image, people. Okay, so you people can actually see it. Can you see it now? Now what I'm doing now is I am actually rotating my this land screen, so that needs to be done with the help of the right click of the mouse and then moving your cursor altogether. Okay, so I need this much image to be like this, and then finally this image should be, 1 minute. Okay, alright, now let me just highlight my image, zoom it a little bit more. Okay, now it's there. So again, I need this image to be little bit like this. Okay, so if it is like this, what I can do is this particular image I can rotate it a little bit. Okay, and similarly this image I can rotate it a little bit. Okay, alright, I'll take out the 3D view for a minute, people. Let me just go ahead and adjust this image back to 3D view, and then what I can do is I can drag my butterfly a little bit over here, then I can drag my this leaf a little bit over here, uh, let's say over here. Let me just minimize my butterfly a little bit more. Okay, so okay, all right, let's adjust this also with the help of the right click, people. Okay, so now my diagrammatic representation, people, it's there. Okay, as you all can see it. Okay, I can very well move it, and now I want to include my 2D shapes over here. So what I can do is either I can use a curved point like this. Okay, you can adjust your curve, you can, the thickness and the opacity, you can always correct it, people. And since I need this only the arrow in order to represent the life cycle, so this stamp option you people see, this is just like a copy paste thing. So I will click on this stamp option, and now it has created an additional line, people. 1 minute, which I can drag it over here, so it should come like this. Let me bend it, and then always I can go ahead and adjust it. Okay, and then again I can go ahead and click on this. Right, again I need a curved line, so I can always go ahead, create a curved line from this to this, and finally I can, you know, create this, and then my final image, it's okay. Let me just check out this option like this. Alright, it has to be from here till here, and you can always make your options to be sounding 3D. You can always do it. So you simply have to click on this 3D option, and then you can always rotate it or flip it like this, and then you can do it this ways. Alright, so please ensure that any 2D shape, people, that you want to convert it into 3D, when you're generating that shape, then only it needs to be corrected. So if I take this option over there, so right from the beginning, when you were generating these lines right from here till here, okay, when you're converting this, you will see this option of making 3D, and whether you need it in a matte finish or a gloss or a polished metal, that is totally up to you. Which color you would like to choose, that is also in your hand. So what you can do is you can go ahead and you can select on making it 3D, okay, because later on I can go ahead and use it, and then I would again need it, and then I need an additional line. Again, what I can do is I would be just needing a curved line once again from here till here. Okay, alright, and then what I can do is I can make this to be the 3D line, and again I need another line right from here till here. So I can go ahead, click from here till here, and then again I will make it into a 3D image. Okay, and finally again I need a fourth line. What I would be doing is I would go back to the 2D shape, select the curved line, and the next thing that I need it is from here till here. Okay, now once it is done, people, what I can do is I can go to the 3D view now. So this option that you people have automatically selected, okay, you can go ahead and adjust it, people. Alright, So this is how that is your picture is going to sound like. And if additionally you want to generate and you want to add labels to it, what you people can do is you can click on this rounded square, and then you people can go ahead and mention the things over here. Alright, and whether you need a fill or you don't need a fill, and in case if the line type needs to be solid, that is also again in your hand. If you need to fill it up, then obviously you can go ahead, you can click on the solid option, you can go ahead and then you can select a specific color over here people, in which you can go ahead and type in. Alright, whichever you things you want to type in, you can go ahead and start writing over here with the help of for that you would be needing a brush. Okay, so you can go ahead and you can create it. So this is how, and again if I need to make it a 3D, I can go ahead and I can make it a 3D, and then obviously it is in my hand how I want to rotate it. It's either ways, but I can adjust this like this. Okay, so then what I can do is I can do the control C thing, and then I can do control V to generate this image, and that I can drag it over here for this butterfly portion if I want it. If you don't need it, you can always create a separate thing, because in case if your this particular option is not fitting well, I can always go ahead, I can click on the 2D shape, and then I can use the 2D shape over here, okay, as a tool. And what I can do is, again if I need a solid fill, it's up to you. If you don't need it, you can go ahead and you can select none. It will convert it into a transparent option. If I need it as a 3D, so this is how it's going to pop up, but I need to adjust it over here, and I can always rotate my box, and then I can adjust my box as well, the shape. Okay, and if in case if I need it in a rectangular image, I can adjust it like this, and then it can be like this. Okay, and then finally I need it for other cases also. So this is how it's going to come. I'll move it over here, this rounded square I needed, and I need it over here now. Okay, let it be a fill, I need it in a 3D image. So this is how it's going to come up people, and I can select it over here. And then the next thing that I need is, so this thing is done, now I need the fourth square. I can again select over here the rounded square. Now I need it over here in this leafy section, and I need to make it as a 3D image. I can go ahead, I can adjust it. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like. So people, this ways what you people have done is, and as I've already stated, that you people have created a wish diagram now, you tell me. Yeah, absolutely. When you make all these things to be if I say that these are the 3D thing which has been created, it can always float in my image, and you can see this thing very very well. And you can always go ahead and select it, and then those particular options, if I talk about people, that things, because see later on you cannot do any editing to the sections, to any shapes altogether. So you need to ensure that whatever things you have chosen, that's fitting your image very well. So you can always go ahead, and now you can use these brushes option. With the help of the pencil or a pen, you can go ahead and then you can make your entry over here, and you can go ahead and edit it, and finally that is you can go ahead and enter it. And what we can people can also do is that once this image, now the 3D, because the diagram which I've created in front of you, this is a cyclic flow of a butterfly life cycle, wherein it is starting right from an egg position to a caterpillar stage. This is the larval stage, and finally once the cocoon is converted, it converts into a caterpillar, and finally the butterfly. So you can always go ahead and you can make a 3D diagram which would be looking much much better. So as I've already stated people, that you can always convert your image from a 2D to a 3D. So always remember that these shapes that I was talking about, the 2D shapes etc., we can always use it for creating a flowchart or a diagram people. As right now I've created the flowchart of a life cycle of a butterfly altogether. So that's totally up to you how you people want to actually create it. So in case if you don't need this thick line, what you can do is, that is rather than creating these thick line, that is these people that we have actually created, because you just have to click on it. Alright, so what you can do is, rather than creating these lines, so you can always adjust it. So you just have to click on that particular image, so please ensure that you're clicking on that. So click on that particular image, and then that is, it will help you in adjusting. So you can always go ahead, click on that image, and then with the help of the left click you can go ahead and adjust the line in case if it is not fitting well. So either you can use this thing, you can use any of these options, these 2D shapes which is available, you can also use these arrows, that whatever you feel like, you people can go ahead and you can create it. And you can always go ahead, and once you want to do it, you can click on, as I've already stated, that you just need to click on that 2D image, and once you click on that 2D image you can always go ahead and make the changes to it. So people, please ensure that these things that we were talking about, how you people can actually use it, you can use it very well on any of the imagery of yours. You simply have to do it with the help of the mouse and the, the left click and the right click. So every single possible image, if I talk about, that needs to be, first and foremost it needs to be, you have to click on that, and then accordingly you people can go ahead and you people can, select on those particular images. Even if I talk about this image, or even if I talk about any other image that is of yours, you simply just click on those images, and then you people can go ahead and you can edit it. So people, always remember, 3D images you can always go ahead and change it, but 2D images, once that thing is fixed, you will not be able to do any changes further. So please ensure that whatever things you people are doing it, that needs to be done well. And then you can very well see that this particular image that I'm showing you right now, this was, a 2D image before, and now what I've done is I have converted this 2D image into a 3D life cycle, which should be represented in a very much accurate manner. So this ways people, in case if you have your product or any other, a solid diagram which you would like to normally present it in the form of a flow chart or a diagrammatic representation, whichever, what you can do is, once this image is created, you can copy this image to either PowerPoint PPT or whichever you would like it, and then you people can go ahead and edit your text over there. So this is the beautiful way, one of the most efficient way of creating a diagram. Especially if I talk about, this is the most efficient way of creating a 2D diagram, or that is a 3D, if converting a 2D image to a 3D image altogether. But please ensure people, if any which ways you would like to do it, for doing anything you have to ensure that you are clicking on that particular image, and then you are converting that image. So today in this session, if I talk about, I have already made you practice how you people can go ahead and you can create a flow chart or a cycle, and especially I have trained you on creating a 3D cycle, if I talk about. So this ways people, you can create any flow chart. And let's say that you are going to a factory visit or any industrial visit, and then you are asked to submit an industrial report altogether. So even in case if you are a corporate person and you want to represent a flow chart or a diagrammatic representation of one of the product that you people are working on it, you can always go ahead and convert your 2D image into a 3D image, and definitely your flow chart and the cycle or the diagrammatic representation can also be converted into a 3D image altogether. So those who are watching my channel and who have not subscribed to my channel yet, I would request you to please go ahead, subscribe to my channel, which is Cherub Teaching Center. Go ahead and do it quickly, because there are more things which are coming up in your way, on which I'm going to train you. So in case if you have any queries, you can reach me on Instagram on cherub.teaching.center, and you can also reach me on Facebook on my ID Cherub Teaching Center. And in case if you want to approach me on my Microsoft Team, you can reach me on Cherubians altogether. So this was all about, creating a 3D flow chart or a cycle or a diagram altogether. I wish you all people a wonderful day.